Okay, we're going to start standing up this evening. So just come to the front of your mat. Let's take a few minutes, or not a few minutes, take a moment and just find your grounded feet. Maybe rock back and forth. Feel your toes, feel your heels. Become aware of the four corners of your feet, and then come to stillness. Close the eyes. Allow the arms to just fall beside the body. Take a breath in. Let it out. Draw the arms up. Reach overhead. As you bring the fingers up toward the ceiling, draw the palms together. Lightly press the palms together. Inhale again, lift the chest. Exhale and forward fold. Releasing all the way down. Inhale, come halfway up, create a flat back. Exhale and fold. Press down through the four corners of the feet, rise back up. Reach those arms back up and overhead. Interlace the fingers and press the knuckles up toward the ceiling. Lift the chest, open the collarbones. Press your weight over to the left foot. And then slide those arms over toward the left, creating a standing crescent toward the left side of your body. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, standing crescent over to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet out slightly wider than hip distance. Bend your left knee, bring your left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Inhale, draw the right arm halfway up to a T off the shoulder. And then on your next breath, begin to rotate the heart toward the right, coming into a twist. Press down through the right foot. Feel that line of energy coming all the way up the leg. Exhale, come back to forward fold. Bend your right knee and take your right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Left arm comes to a T off the shoulder. On your next breath, rotate the heart first, lifting the arm as you go, coming into that standing forward twist. Exhale, unwind, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Find some length through the spine here, drawing the tailbone back, abdomen reaching up and round to support the lower back. Inhale, come forward, drop the knees down, press back to extended child. Take a moment here and feel your breath. Arrive with each inhalation. With each exhalation, tell yourself, I am home. With each breath, I arrive. With each breath out, I am home. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. Press up and back to downward facing dog. Roll your back forward, cat stretch, and come into a plank pose. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale and then roll forward to plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. We're arching the back now, just getting some flexion. Roll forward, cat, stretch your back, and then end up in plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward, come to the front of the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale when you arrive, lift up halfway. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring your hands to your side. Take a breath here. Inhale deeply. Arrive. Exhale. I am home. All right, we're going to draw the arms up, coming into our sun salutation A. Reach up and overhead. Exhale, cascade forward toward the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, press your shoulders back, draw your abs in. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Step your right foot back to your runner's lunge. Left foot back to plank. Come forward either by dropping the knees or four-limb staff pose to your Vinyasa flow. Hovering down and then pressing up into Cobra. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, press up strongly to plank, and then back to downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, runner's lunge. And then slide the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, arrive, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. I am home. Inhale, root to rise, press down through the four corners of your feet, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. This time step your left foot back to runner's lunge. Right foot slides back, end up in plank. Coming through the second half of this Vinyasa flow, lower the body, elbows tight. Hovering down. Inhale, lift up, Cobra. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, strongly press up to plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward, come to the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reaching overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart as we conclude Surya Namaskar A. Bring your weight into your left leg. Draw your right knee up. And then see if you can straighten that right leg, pressing through the heel. Take a breath here. Strongly hold that right leg up if you can. Hold your balance. Exhale, bring that leg down. Bring your weight into the right leg. Come up through that center channel. Find your balance, core strength. Lift your left knee up. See if you can straighten that left leg. Press through the heel. Take a breath here. Bring the left foot down. Inhale, arms reaching overhead. Exhale, cascade forward and fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, drop your knees down. Pivot on your left knee and bring the left foot out to the left. Straighten the right leg, open your heart to the right and lift that right arm up, coming into stargazer. See if you can lift that right foot off of the mat and press through the heel, staying strong through the core body. If you have the arm up, circle that arm around widely. 1, 2, and 3. And then bring the hand back down, unwind, come back into table. Pivot on the right knee, bring the right foot out to the right, straighten the left leg, open the heart to the left, and raise the left arm as you do. Inhale, lift the left leg up, press through that heel, feel the glute engage. And then circle that left arm around. 1, 2, and 3 times around. Hand comes back down to the mat. Tabletop position. Curl the toes, press back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Lift your core up, hands reaching overhead toward the stars. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale deeply in this position. Inhaling, I arrive. Exhaling, I am home. Draw the arms straight up, overhead. And then as you exhale, you're going to sit back into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift the chest, arms reaching forward, shoulders are pressing back though. Stay strong through your core. Hands come to the heart, and then forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhale and fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Draw your right foot forward between your hands, coming into low runner's lunge. Dropping the heel of the left foot. We're going to center the core over the right thigh and lift yourself up strongly to Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Lift your heart. Feel your strength and solidity coming from your left leg. Your hips are shining straight forward as you level the hips. Bring that right hip back, left hip forward. One more breath here. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat. Slide the right leg back. Come into plank. And then go forward into your vinyasa your way. You can always drop those knees or move into an extended child's pose. Either way, we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. This time bringing your left foot forward between your hands. Runner's lunge. Drop the heel of the right foot. Center the weight over the left thigh. Lift the arms up. Use your core strength to come into Virabhadrasana 1 again on this side. Make that alignment correction. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. You want to feel like those hips are level in the front. Lift the heart. Stay strong here. Exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. Slide the left foot back. Come back into plank. And one more time through that vinyasa flow. If you have it in you, either way, we'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Use your breath. Synchronize the breath with the motions, whatever version you're taking here. Walk the feet forward, come to the front of the mat. Lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale and forward fold. This time as you inhale, you're going to come with your knees bent, draw your arms forward, come back into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, arrive now in this space. Exhale, you are now home. Inhale, draw the arms straight up, lift up to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by the side. Take a breath in mountain pose. All right. Draw the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Warming up now. You should be getting nice and warm. I know I am. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back. Downward facing dog. All right, from here, we're going to drop the knees. Press back to extended child. Breathe into your lower back. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. From your tabletop, bring your right foot forward between your hands. Lift the knee up off the mat on the left side so that you come into a low runner's lunge. Using your blocks whenever you like to, anytime we're in these lunges. From our low runner's lunge, we're going to walk the hands around to the left, coming into Prasrita Padottanasana, a wide leg forward fold. Parallel your feet so the outer edges of your feet are the same as your outer edges of your mat. Hands come down, drop your neck, release any tension in the cervical spine. And then lift up, flatten your back, reach forward with the crown of the head. Exhale and fold. Inhale up, come up to fingertips. Bring your hands to your waist. Use your core strength. Lift from your core, using the strength of your legs as well to come all the way up. Bring the heels in and press the toes out. And then bend your knees. Open your arms into goddess arms. Tilt over to the left. Come to the center. Tilt over to the right. Come to center. Keep your elbows and shoulders in the same alignment as you move, using your side body now to open up. And come back to center. Bring your hands to your waist. Pivot on your left foot and your right and dip into that front right knee. Windmill the arms open and you'll come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Deep breath here, strong legs. Drop the left hand to the left thigh. Reach up with the right arm, now opening that side body, feeling those ribs open up. Exhale, Warrior 2. Right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh. Left arm comes over the ear for side angle. Inhale, use your core, come back to Warrior 2. Bring the hands to the waist. Pivot on that front right foot. Once again, parallel your feet so that you're in your wide leg stance. Lift up. Feel the strength coming from the outer sides of the feet. Exhale and fold forward. As you arrive, hands coming down. Lift up to fingertips. Straighten your back. Exhale and fold. Walk your hands around to the front of the mat. Come back into your runner's lunge. Drop the left knee. Draw the right leg back and press back to child's pose. Take an additional breath here. Inhale, I arrive. Exhale, I am home. Inhale, coming back to your tabletop. This time we'll bring the left foot forward between the hands. Going to go through that flow sequence again on the other side. Lift up with the right knee. Come into low runner's lunge. Hold this for a moment. Lift up through the back of the thigh. And then we're going to walk the hands around to the right side of the mat this time. Parallel your feet as you come into your wide leg stance. And really feel the awareness coming through the outer edges of the ankle and four corners of the feet. We did a focus pose with this one the other day. I don't know if you were in that class, but really taught us how much the legs have to work on the legs support you in this pose. So inhale, come up to fingertips, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend your elbows back and fold. One more time, lift up, lengthen, exhale, and fold. This time, inhale, lengthen, bring your hands to your waist. Use the strength of your legs and your core to lift up, coming all the way up to your wide leg stance. Heels come in, toes point out. Bend your knees over your ankles, coming into goddess once again. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the right, rather. Inhale to center. You might be backwards from me because I don't know that we're mirroring each other now, but you get the idea. Tilting back and forth. Use your breath. Come back to center. Hands come to the waist. Straighten the knee. Pivot on the back foot so that it's at a 45-degree angle. Pivot on the front foot so that you're going to bend that knee over the foot, opening the arms, coming into warrior two once again. Take a breath here. Steady yourself. Feel strong. Right hand comes to right thigh. Left arm reaches up. Exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Left forearm comes to the top of the left thigh. Right arm reaches up. Feel that line of energy coming all the way from right fingers down to your right ankle. And then exhale, lift back up, warrior two. Pivot on your feet, come into your wide leg stance again. Hands come to waist. Inhale, up. Exhale, flat back forward. Legs are holding you strong as you fold. Coming all the way down, hands either to blocks or the mat. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, and fold. Walk your hands around to the front of the mat. Pivot on that front foot. Come back into low runner's lunge. Drop the knee on the right side. Left leg comes back under. And press back to extended child. Take an additional breath here. Feel what this practice has done for you already. We'll inhale, we'll come up to tabletop. Curl the toes, press back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward, come to the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through the crown. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press all the way up. Arms reaching overhead. This time, arms are going to come down as you exhale. Bring the hands around to the back of the body. Interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Lift up through the heart. Take a deep breath here. And then exhale, fold forward just to a flat back. Your hands are now on the top of your sacrum. Take a breath and see if you want to try to lift those arms up, pressing the shoulders toward the back of the mat. Draw the abs in to protect that lower back always. Begin to rise back up. Bring your hands back to the sacrum, lifting up. Let go of the interlace. Arms reaching overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale and fold. Step back with your left leg, coming into a low runner's lunge. And then we're going to drop the knee on the left side. Lift up, hands come to the top of the right thighs for Vinyasa. And then draw the arms up and overhead. See if you can take a little crescent here. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Lift up on the left knee. Press back to downward facing dog. And then cat stretch forward, come to plank. Decide if you want to take that vinyasa flow or lower the body your way, coming into maybe a child's pose. Lower down. Press up into cobra if you're taking the vinyasa. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up strongly, come to plank. And back to downward facing dog. Bring your toes together to touch. Draw the right leg up and then sweep it forward, coming into low runner's lunge. Left leg comes forward, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, slight back bend. Upward facing hands and forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Step back with your right leg and come into a low runner's lunge. Drop the right knee, uncurl the toes. Lift up with your core. Hands come to the top of the left thigh. Arms then reaching up with your next breath. Open the heart. Exhale, come into your crescent. Upward facing hands. Exhale, bring those hands back down to the mat. Lift up with the right leg, like right knee. Slide the left leg back. Come into plank. Last vinyasa. Lower the body, forelimb staff pose your way. Inhale, press up to cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, one more strong push up to plank. And then back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, drop the knees. And we're going to swing those legs around, coming into a seated position. All right, we're going to draw the right knee up. The right foot is going to come right in front of or just to the outer edge of the right hip. Ground down through your sits bones. Lift up through your spine. Take the right hand around to the back. Left arm is going to reach around that right knee. Come into a twist. Come very slowly. Only go about halfway in your first time to move into the twist. Use your breath, continuing to always use your breath to facilitate your movements. Inhale, I arrive. Exhale, I am home. One more breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the right leg down, draw the left leg up, coming into sage pose on the other side. Right arm comes around the knee, left arm comes around to the small of the back. Before you begin to twist, lift up, find that length, and then move from the inside out. So moving the belly first, and then the shoulders, and eventually the neck. Nice deep breath. Twist is a great way to end our practice. Just helps wring out all of the toxins that we are able to cleanse throughout the movements. Keep breathing. And then come back. Extend both legs up. Draw your arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Come to a flat back, reaching for the ankles, shins, or the outside of the feet. See how flat you can keep that back as you fold forward, extending and keeping your legs active. With each breath, you're drawing your heart forward and your belly toward your thighs. One more breath here. All right, come all the way back. Come back into a seated position. We're going to come all the way down. We're not going quite into Shavasana just yet. We're going to come back and extend the legs down and bring the forearms down on the mat. So your elbows are going to be underneath your shoulders. Once you're in this position with your hands roughly on either side of your hips, you're going to lift up with your heart, press that heart up to the ceiling, and then decide if you want to bring your head back, coming into a true fish pose. So a lot of times we do this in a restorative fashion. We've got a bolster underneath the heart. Let's see if you can strengthen your back and press your heart up to the ceiling. If this is hard on your neck, you don't have to put the neck back. You can always leave the neck in a forward position. One more breath here. And then roll all the way down. Bring your knees up and then draw your knees into your chest. Breathe into your lower back, release through the lumbar spine. Go ahead and bring your feet down. Bring them about hip distance apart. We're going to walk the feet out to the outer edges of the mat. Bring your arms into a T off the shoulder. And then drop both knees over to the left. Now see if you can relax into this stretch. Everything we've done so far has been a very active, engaged movement. Now we're going to start to release. So let your shoulders drop down. Continue to bring your focus on the breath. Stay in this moment. Stay right here, right now. One more breath here. Next inhalation, draw the knees up to center, and we'll simply drop them over to the right side. So they've got a lot of space in between. You've got your feet on either side of the mat here. So this is truly a windshield wiper position. So you can let go through the glutes, let go through the quads. Soften your shoulders down, just let them melt into the mat. One more breath here. Inhale, bring those knees back up to center. I'm going to cross the right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Interlace your fingers behind the left thigh and lift the left leg up off of the mat. Press your right knee forward. You can let the left leg just hang down. The leg can be pretty loose here. If you want to, you can see if you want to bring your hands around the shin, but it really doesn't matter. You can just bring them behind the thigh. And we'll bring that left foot down to the mat. Once again, bring your arms into a T off the shoulder. With your right foot still on top of the left thigh, drop your right foot and your left knee over to the left. So now you're really going to feel a deep stretch through that right glute. See if you can breathe into any tension or tightness there. If you want to, you can take that left hand and just gently place it on the outside of your right thigh. You're not pressing down with any force. You're just helping to facilitate that stretch. Nice, soft breath. Inhale, I rise. Exhaling, I am home. And go ahead and start to lift back up. Use your abs to help bring the knees back to center. Uncross that right foot. Bring the left foot and ankle on top of the right thigh. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh. Lift the right foot off the mat. Press the left knee toward the front of the mat. Eye of the needle. Really feel what every sensation is trying to communicate to you. Stay in your body. Stay in this moment. What are you feeling? Drop the right foot right back down on the mat. Arms back into a T off the shoulder. And bring the left sole of the foot down toward the earth. Your right hip and knee also fall to the right. A little pelvic tilt here, pelvic twist rather. But you're really going to feel that stretch on the outside now of the left glute. May come around to the lower back. Breathe. Send your breath to these areas. The legs worked hard tonight. If you'd like to, you can bring the top of your right hand just to gently place on your left thigh. This just helps to bring awareness to that area. Soften and breathe. And inhale, bring your legs gaze back up to center, unwind your feet. And we'll go ahead and extend the legs down, set up for just a few minutes of Shavasana. Releasing the entire body down. Now, relaxing from head to toe. You may still feel some warmth or that little buzz of energy as it flows around your body. So you can soften, stay with your breath still. Arrive now in this new space. Go deep within and feel your home. Offer yourself the invitation to bring a little bit more energy back into the feet and hands, maybe circling the wrists and ankles, releasing any residual tension that arises up. As you're ready, you can draw the knees into the chest. Hug yourself into the chest. Take a moment of gratitude for staying disciplined and coming to your practice this evening. Whenever you're ready, you can roll to one side. Join me on your seat. Let's draw the arms up overhead. Inhale, arrive in this space. Exhale, let the hands come down. Feel yourself at home. hands together to the heart center. Bow the head. May you feel at peace, warm, stretched, released, and relaxed. Thank you so much for joining me in practice tonight, and namaste. Thank you. Thank you, Namita.